Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Laura Bradley to the stage.
Good evening. It is such an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. By the way, you look fabulous. My students and I are very grateful recipients of not just one, but 2 major impact grants from you, PEF, generous supporters of Petaluma students. So what does it mean to us that you give to our schools? What happens after you write that check? Let me share just a small part of the major impact you have had on my classroom and my students. Because you give, my students write poems, stories, and essays using the tools of professional writers. Because you give, my students create original, 3-dimensional animations using the tools of professional animators. Because you give, my students design houses, bridges, businesses, and stadiums using the 3D drawing tools of professional architects. Because you give, my students join online writing communities, write novels, publish their novels through a professional publishing site, and sell their novels on Amazon. Because you give, my students create computer games, learning the programming skills of professional game designers. Because you give, my students write and illustrate graphic novels with the tools of professional graphic artists. Because you give, my students write the computer code that will someday run the programs that we professionals use. Because you give, my students are not stuck in the 20th century, preparing for professions that no longer exist. Because you give, my students are well ahead of the curve, learning the skills of the 21st century, ready to lead their peers into the professions of their generation. Thank you so very much for your generosity and for your part in funding the futures of Petaluma students, preparing them today for the careers of today.
I have always enjoyed playing with computers, but I never knew how cool these programs were until I learned it in digital media class at Kenilworth. I started learning how to write code and I was hooked. Today, only about 5 to 20% of computer engineers are women, but thanks to your generosity, that's going to change. I am Brittany and Julia, and I am a computer programmer.
I stand in front of you a changed young lady. Those changes were brought on by the confidence writing a novel gave me. Those 15,000 words opened many doors for me. I have pushed myself to excel and have been rewarded by having an article printed in the New York Times. Writing a novel is not an average thing to do, and I won't ever settle for average. I know that the lessons learned from Miss Bradley in the novel writing process have helped me become better prepared for life. I am Julia Fox, a novelist, and I can do anything.
Hi, I'm Ramona Faye, the CEO of the Petaluma Healthcare District, and this is why we partner with the Petaluma Educational Foundation. It's awesome to see the success that's going on with our students, so congratulations.
Hi, I'm Jim Kimball. We've already met my stage bank, and it's because of teachers like this, right here to my left, is why we support the PEF Impact Grant Program. So thank you for everything you do.
see the results